All right, Cancer, welcome to your weekly horoscope for March 15th through the 21st. My name is Athen. So we have a interesting week again with this whole Uranus-Pluto square activity this whole month. This whole month is interesting, but here it's not so much about the extroverted energy of taking action moving forward that it was in the first half of the month. Things are definitely shifting to a much more introverted nature this week and for the next half of this month. The reason I say that is because we have a solar eclipse in Pisces coming up here on Friday in your ninth house of your life path, of your philosophy on life, of what life is about, your life purpose, spirituality in terms of your guidance, spiritual wisdom, these types of things. And that is a very subtle energy with that. We have also Saturn retrograde during this time. We've got some squares with Mercury and Mercury going over Neptune, which is further reflection. And the sun recently shifted into Pisces coming into this week. So coming into this week, first of all, the Friday, Saturday, Sunday leading into it, there's this shift into the much more introverted nature of things. So we all want to make sure we're getting enough rest, relaxation for the next 30 days, but especially this week. But when we are active, if we are involved with things in that extroverted level, we want to make sure we have that peace, presence, compassion, and flow in what we're doing. So making sure we have enough rest, but meditative time, and just overall presence in what we're doing. Very important stuff. But for you, it's involving a lot of opportunity. So it could be also exciting at the same time because it is, after all, the ninth house. So this is an energy of the next 6 months that's starting here, but we have to reflect here around these things for you: life path, philosophy on life, spirituality. And that's going to start new beginnings for you into next week and then into the next few months for the solar cycle as well. So the week starts off on Sunday and Monday when we have Mercury squaring up to Saturn. This is where we want to take it slow with our ideas, not be too heavy on ourselves. If we feel like there's all these things we have to do or responsibilities and we're like dredging forward with it, that's not the best utilization of it. Maybe there are responsibilities we have to take care of, but we want to embrace them. We don't want to overburden ourselves. That's very important Sunday and Monday. You see, it's just this, I get this sense of integration of anytime you go from one extreme to the other, which is this whole week leading into this week, is you've got this outward energy from last week clashing with this more introverted energy of this week. So we want to integrate Sunday and Monday. Find that middle path. And for you, it's involving your 8th house where Mercury is transiting and your 5th house where Saturn has been transiting. So let's talk about that Saturn. Saturn went retrograde the Saturday leading into this week. He's been in that 5th house of yours since the tail end of last year. So we want to use this time for the next 5 to 6 months to reflect on the new structures or new systems that you've built in your life since then. And for you guys, it's specifically involving your 5th house. So anything relating to children, anything relating to art, business, the enjoyment of life, your self-expression is actually the most fundamental view of that 5th house. So if you feel like you've been taking any of those things seriously or just, taking it in that nice disciplined approach, that's great. Now with Saturn retrograde, continue to reflect on those things, see how those systems and structures are going, and especially this week because he's going to be stopped in the sky. So it's not the time of making any crazy actions. It's not the time of making any final decisions. It's very much reflective about this. Okay, so think about those and integrate this structure, these things that you're doing with whatever is taking place on a more mundane level this week in that 8th house, because Mercury is mundane. Mercury in the 8th house means that this week, just like a little bit of last week when Mercury went into your 8th house, the day-to-day stuff, the exchanges, is just going to be more about the deeper elements of life, or about shared resources, or about the changes of life, beginnings, endings, the transformation, or getting deeper with relationships as well. So whatever those day-to-day activities are around there, it's just integrating it, taking it nice and slow, and again, finding that middle path, that grounded energy, but not too grounded of an energy, Sunday and Monday to integrate into this week. You see, Monday and Tuesday we have Uranus squaring up to Pluto exact, and this is again involving your 6th house and your 9th house. I've been talking about this a lot. You guys have been having transformations and changes through your self-improvement, perhaps through your health, perhaps through your service work, anything you do that gives or contributes, that's 6th house. And relating to your life path, changes there as well. Freedom. Freedom to open your horizons, freedom to be yourself, freedom in general for you guys. So this goes exact, but like I said, it's an introverted energy, so reflecting on it, taking it nice and slow, thinking about it, and it's not so much rationalizing like rational thinking, but intuiting about it, right? But if you are called to make any actions around the Department of Health, or the area of life path and these types of things, again, go with the flow, be willing to make change, but I think it's more of an internal change. So be willing to change your internal structures and beliefs about these particular things. That's what this week is really signifying. That's what the next 6 months is really coming from, is this internal understanding and reflection leading into the next 6 months. On Tuesday and Wednesday, we got Mercury then going over that Neptune, so suggesting even more flow, especially around these 8th house matters, shared resources, deeper elements of life. Again, intuition over intellect here with those 8th house things, specifically around that time. And listening, just like the whole week is. Okay. Friday, solar eclipse in that 9th house, new beginnings with life path, purpose, destiny, philosophy. Reflect. As next week comes around and the lunar energy starts to build, we're going to understand more and more about this. But it's unconscious, it's spiritual, it's deep. It's Pisces. Okay. But it's new beginnings about your life path, and a lot of these changes. Maybe you guys made some new changes last week with that, with Mars over Uranus, with your philosophy or something like this. But this is much more, there's more to it. There's some awareness that's coming about from all this, and we won't know what it is unless we listen, right? So especially on Friday, listen. That's the greatest advice I can give you for this week. And Saturday, Sunday, the moon's in Pisces as well. So again, another weekend of going with the flow, thinking about the adventures of life for you, the philosophy, the expansion, the travel, all these 9th house related things, basically anything that is about your life purpose or that opens you up spiritually or just opens you up generally, expands your horizons is where you want to be reflecting. Friday and then Saturday and Sunday as well. All right, Cancer, have a fantastic week. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and I'll talk to you next time. Take care.